When people see you with a man, they say, I'm probably trying to get my way through another corner to get the contract. Now, if two men were meeting and they met for a long time and they had a drink, nobody would say anything. But because I'm a woman, people say, you know what, she's probably trying to steal somebody's husband or try and sleep with him. We could say it blankly, but that's the case. Now, the other thing that is also a bias is that people think that women are not tough enough. And I just want to make reference to what Carol said. So you're going to a meeting or you go to a pitch, and I'm pitching as a woman, and there are other men pitching. Now, because you're a woman, they think that you don't have the whatever that word is, to pitch properly. So it's how they see me. Yeah? But for me, where I've reached is that I actually don't care what they think or what they say or what they do. For me, I know myself. So what do so long as I have my facts right, I have my credentials right, I get there on time, I focus on what I'm supposed to do, then all these other things are just issues. And one of the things I learned is, I read another book called Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence tells you must manage your emotions. You must manage your thoughts, your imaginations, and all that. If you're able to just say, my focus is to get this business right, to get this contract, to go for that coffee or for that meeting, to go for that club meeting, focus on the deal, then all these things that are around women don't really matter. And the minute you shake off all those things that I'm a woman, I think you'll actually be a better entrepreneur than somebody who's always saying, well, yeah, it's because I'm in heels, well, yeah, it's because I'm a woman, well, yeah, it's because I'm pregnant. No. You are an entrepreneur, focus, keep to the script, and you will overcome the challenges.
Because women, sometimes this is where we have the challenge. So I have a personal story when I woke up and realized, my goodness, I have to start selling value. So you know how you go through the motions, you're trying to get business, you quote 80,000 shillings, what do people come back and tell you? No, give us 60. Then I don't know if any of you have had that experience. They cheat you. We are a big company, so if you do business for us, you know those lies that later on you realize no business came because you did that. So sometimes maybe you do your time, and I've realized a lot of that time is for you to get the confidence in what you are doing. So there's this guy who wanted me to train. It was an insurance company to run personal finance training for his team. And again, he started that story. You are the most expensive. Other people have quoted less. Why should I pay you? That was the question that hit me. And before I could stop myself, I said, because I am the best. Now, then we stood there and we were staring at each other. I could not believe that those words had come out of my mouth. In fact, I was kicking myself and the thoughts were going, how can you say they're best? Now you're just arrogant. Words are going to go around. How arrogant. There's this lady who's just arrogant and starting to train people and she's so arrogant. Then he just in shock. So it was a very awkward goodbye and I went. But I kid you not, 3 hours later, I got a phone call, I got the job, and there was no more discussion. We did a lot more work for that company, and the money discussion was never a point of negotiation again. So one, it starts with you. Are you confident in your value? And there will be a time when you are going to say no to certain things because it no longer meets your value threshold. So if you do give a discount, ask yourself, what value am I, if I'm giving you a 25% discount, what is the value I am getting? So I have found men easily have that value discussion with each other. Yeah? But women, and even together, women with other women, when we talk value, we start getting, as Carol was saying, emotional about it. She's such a bitch, etc. When everybody wanted to extract value. So even back to the question of the $1 million, as women, what I found as a woman, what the journey was for me as a woman is, can I understand my value? Can I sell it? And if need me be, am I prepared to fight for it? Then there's the other side of being a woman in business, in a career, and entrepreneurship. And it's in your business or in your job, what are apart from the business stuff, what other phone calls are you receiving? The child is sick. I was doing a course 2 weeks ago and I was just showing my colleagues, I think I showed Joanne. I was like, gas imeisha. And we're like, the men in this room are not getting an SMS, gas imeisha. So what is happening is, apart from your business, your mental space is being taken up by 100 other things that the normal man is not having to deal with. So by the time you leave your house, you've had 20 conversations. Your husband just walked out of the house. Yeah? So I have learned, even this is for me has actually been more of the challenge. Apart from the value in the business, learn to not be superwoman.
The world is becoming smaller with the social media. There's a lot of information out there. So don't think that people don't look you up on Facebook. They don't Google you. They don't, really find out what is beyond that interview, that you come and tell them, you put your best foot forward. But they'll know something more about you. They'll be able to read if you see somebody rub their nose, they're about to lie. So if they tell you, I'm very data driven when running businesses. So if you know some of these behaviors, but just understand behavior is so powerful. I'm glad I have this passion. Knowing behaviors, when I hear them talking, she says, you know how my mother is, that's a behavior. When Miss Carol says that I have a mentor I watch, she probably also Googles his behaviors. If you're going to read about this mentor in the newspaper and you were somewhere in the middle of the night with I don't know who, doing what or whatever, it affects you that your mentor can also have that side. Like I walked into a hair salon on the high-end mall and everything. I was met well. The customer service at the door was so nice. I could feel the vision behind all this. The lady who met me happened to be the lady who was going to twist me. Now when she was twisting me, which takes longer, I started now understanding her behaviors. All that coolness of being, I'm carrying my entrepreneur, my boss's dream. This is our passion to be, kind to everybody. But anyway, to cut the story short, when she was twisting my hair, one other lady who was very hungry asked, whose food is that in the smaller room there? So I was listening. She said, nitakuchapa. So for me, it took away all that mauaness that I was supposed to be paying for. Probably I'll not go back. So behaviors is almost everything. So when you're choosing an investor with your 10 million, Google them. We're in the generation, we're calling them the Y generations. We have millennium, we call them millennials. And you'll be able to be in the world of likes. People want to be liked. You see whether somebody only has 3 likes in the entire Facebook. That tells you something about them. Read the companies that tell you they have run those companies. Read the reviews. Reviews are so huge. People are making decisions based on those reviews. So have a review sections for your businesses. So the reviews are very important. I'll read a review from the States about an Airbnb, and I'll read what everybody said. Oh, they're like this, they say this, but I have a room, you can't reach the Wi-Fi. All those things are going to affect my behaviors about how I'm going to respond to that. So when you're looking for someone to invest with, get the whole picture, but most of all, know there are other behaviors that may impact you that you may not get back your dividend. And I'm very happy to have that representation of Generation Y here. Now it says here that they have poor attitudes. According to who? According to who?